Well, let's go straight across to our guest. Kunal, first I'll come to you. Definitely a big shock to the footballing fraternity, the world of sports. Blatter re-elected and just 3-4 days down the line he decides to resign. Why do you think that happened?
See, I think the signs of what had happened were clear in his body language over these 3 days. 3 days ago you saw a victorious Sepp Blatter. The whole world was against him. UEFA threatened to leave FIFA, and all sorts of things were going on. And people were being arrested. But Sepp Blatter, after he won the election, exuded confidence. He seemed, his smile was there, and it was like, no matter who's against me, I know how to fix the system. I know how the elections work, and as long as this entire mechanism is in place, which I've sort of mastered, nobody can touch me. What happened, when he resigned? You just saw from his body language, he was dejected, he was defeated. And I think, the US federal government, federal agencies stepping into the investigation, the fact that the payments were tracked down to his closest aides, and the fact that more revelations were bound to come out, sort of made him realize that if he remained as president of FIFA, things would become very difficult for him and for the body going forward. But when he would have had to answer questions as FIFA president, it would have been different from him having to answer questions as a former president of FIFA who's now sitting out. I think he perhaps realized over the course of these 3 days that finally he had bitten more than he could chew.
Mihir, also with Blatter resigning, the next big question is who is going to take over as the next FIFA president? We've seen a lot of names. Obviously, the top contender seems to be Prince Ali and, of course, Michel Platini as well. But he's up for re-election as the UEFA president too. What do you think? Who are the people who are going to finally contest for that presidential post? It seems Mihir can't hear us. Arunava, I'll come to you. Obviously, Blatter had close relations with the Indian Football Federation. Do tell us how his stepping down affects India in case of world football.
Well, the big danger for India is, of course, is that Blatter, since about 1995, when he first visited India as the General Secretary, told them to start the National League. He came back in 2007 as FIFA president. The I-League was started. We now have the Under-17 World Cup in 2017. FIFA has given India a special role in regard to allowing India to have the ISL in a special window, having 2 leagues in 1 calendar year. All of these things have happened because Blatter has always had a soft spot for India. And the danger is whoever comes after him might not have that. And India might not be on their priority list, and they might look at other parts of the world. And that is the danger for India and Indian football.
In fact, the entire world football fraternity seems to be relieved with Sepp Blatter leaving the post of president of FIFA. Here are a few prominent reactions to his decision that stunned the world.
Well, first of all, I think that I'm very happy that the change happened. I cannot say anything any more than that. And I'm very happy for the support that I got from the FA in particular. And we need to work. And we need to work on the world to change the image of FIFA.
I think it's an important moment for all the key persons that are the federation associations to think a little bit and let the decision of Mr. Blatter to resign and think about the future of the organization, because it's a really important moment for that.
Oh, it's a very good day for football. We needed change at FIFA, and this is the change we wanted. So we're a bit smug and delighted.
Ist die Entscheidung, die absolut richtig ist, die überfällig ist. Und es ist eigentlich eine Tragik, warum er sich selber und uns allen das nicht erspart hat, dass er das früher gemacht hätte. Denn das war erkennbar.
Kunal, obviously the footballing fraternity seems to be supporting this decision, but what we all do want to know is who is going to be the next president. We've seen Platini's name come up, but he's up for re-election for the UEFA president post as well. Who do you think are the top contenders?
See, I think Prince Ali should have the inside track over Michel Platini right now. Platini had supported his claim for the FIFA presidentship. And Platini runs European football. and he really enjoys doing that. It's a relatively cleaner, easier, federation to manage. The highest quality of football is played in Europe. So whether he is going to leave Europe to go to FIFA is a big question. See, I think the important takeaway from this is how sports federations, and we've seen it with the BCCI in India, over time develop systems and mechanisms which are very easy to manipulate. So FIFA is a world body. Every country that is a member of FIFA has a right to vote, and the mastery with which Sepp Blatter had over the years taken a hold of all these different regions. So if you have a Guam and a Guyana, you don't need a Germany. If you're talking about the G's, if you have so it's not about how important the country is to football. It's just having a mastery over how to manage the entire election process. I think he'd manage that, and even if somebody else comes in, I think football, because it's a beautiful game, and the reason why everybody has supported it over the years, despite, for the last 10 years, we've known that FIFA is corrupt, is because of how wonderful the game is and the kind of pleasure that it brings us. And it's time for whoever comes in and for FIFA to introspect and set better mechanisms in place so that such, corruptions, breaking the law, irregularities cannot go unchecked, as part of a so-called democratic process.
In fact, Arunava, it is quite surprising that the name of an Indian has come in the fray as well. The president of the US Soccer Federation, Sunil Gulati's name supposedly is being looked at as a potential contender for the presidential post. What is your take on that?
I personally know Sunil Gulati, and Sunil has done a lot for football in the United States. He was one of the key members and organizing the 1994 World Cup. Major League Soccer now is a massive success over there. But I think at the moment, with all the problems that there is in North America with CONCACAF, I doubt that a CONCACAF person will be running for that post. And it will be interesting also to see who all now will bring their name into this battle, because it will be very, very interesting to see where FIFA goes. Is the established football world going to be able to take charge of FIFA? Or is someone like Al-Sabah, who's just come into the FIFA Executive Committee from Kuwait, who's a very, very big, powerful power broker in the world of sports, maybe someone like him might come in and take over as FIFA president.
We'll have to see how that unfolds in the next few days. Arunava, thank you so much for joining us. Kunal, thank you for joining us in the studio out here.